Welcome back. It's Insanity Check Radio. I am Skillet Sauce. That is Ken. That was Sarah Vaughan. She killed that. I mean, I really feel bad for the YouTube viewers out there because we're playing some really good shit up in here, in my opinion. And that was just Sarah Vaughan's Summertime. If you don't know what that is, check it out. She killed it. We can be found on YouTube at Insanity Check Radio on YouTube. Facebook, obviously, Insanity Check. And Twitter at Insanity Check 12, where you'll get a chance to see links to all of these articles, and you can drop us a line on any of these particular portals and send us suggestions or comments, curses out, whatever. So there it is. So what do you want to talk about now, man?
Yesterday I had an opportunity to hang out with my my brother and his family. Again, to put it simply and mildly, Dre and I are what you would consider conspiracy theorists.
Conspiracy nuts. It's not,
yeah,
you know,
nuts, crazy
whatever
people.
Negative, you know.
Right. But once you start reading, once you start looking at videos, when you start talking to knowledgeable people, you understand that these things aren't conspiracies any longer.
Yeah.
You can just type in, you know, any conspiracy theory and find a whole bunch of factual documents, a whole bunch of factual videos, etc., etc., etc. My brother is not one of these people.
Yeah.
And I've been trying to talk to him for years, and, you know, that hasn't worked out. And
but he had a revelation recently.
Oh, yeah, he's had a revelation recently.
Yeah.
And basically all of this is pointing to the fact that, you know, he's lived the past, you know, 15 or so years listening to what the media, the television, the news people say is going on, or what has happened, etc., etc. Yeah. He, you know, goes to the mainstream sources.
Sources, yeah.
And of course, us nuts, we know that's bullshit. We go deeper, we go further down, we go to the left, we go to the right. Anything that's not backed by, you know, what we would think would be multiple media companies, but alas, ladies and gentlemen.
And 6 right here, it says, New York Times admits that virtually every major news organization allows the news to be censored by government officials. Holy shit. The following quote comes from the recent article in the New York Times mentioned above, and it's absolutely jaw-dropping. The quotations come back redacted, stripped of colorful metaphors, colloquial language, and anything even mildly provocative. They are sent by email, and we're talking about, this is specifically talking about the candidates right now, but further along in the article, it shows you just how far-reaching it is. It says, they are sent by email from the Obama headquarters in Chicago to reporters who have interviewed campaign officials under one major condition. The press office has veto power over what statements can be quoted and attributed by name. Most reporters, despite desperate to pick the brains of the president's top strategists, grudgingly agree. After the interviews, they review their notes, check their tape recorders, and send in the juiciest sound bites for review. The verdict from the campaign, an operation that prides itself on staying consistently on script, is often no. Barack does not approve this message. So there are a lot of different things about this, but I want to which thing you checking out?
No, go ahead.
Okay, so this is another thing an individual named Joseph Farah had to say when he learned about the story. All I can say about these people I once considered colleagues is that I am so ashamed of them. I am mortified. They are humiliating themselves and a vital institution for any free society. It seems the biggest threat to the American tradition of a free, independent press is not government coercion. It's the willing submission of the press to being handled and managed by government and politicians. So, as you see this article, it's basically presenting something that I've known for a long time, that almost everything that we see or hear is being controlled by very few. And here's another thing. Well, Dan Rather said something back in 2009. Another quote. This is from Dan Rather. At my age and stage, I finally reached a point where I don't have to kiss up to anybody, he said. What a wonderful feeling it is. Even so, his talk emphasized what he believes is the erosion of quality journalism because of the corporatization, politicization, and travelization of news. Those three factors, Rather argued, have fueled the dumbing down and sleazing up of news and the decline of great American journalism. likening media consolidation to that of the banking industry, rather claimed that roughly 80% of the media is controlled by no more than 6 and possibly as few as 4 corporations.
So, let's stop there.
Yeah.
Do people understand what he was just saying?
Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Did you understand the words that's coming out of my mouth?
That means that corporations, shocking, are telling you what they want you to know.
Yep.
They ain't got jack to do with reporting. It's not have jack to do with. This, of course, would explain why my brother. My brother thought that there was a plane. There was a plane wreckage at the Pentagon.
At the Pentagon
on 9/11.
Really?
You know, because that's what that one guy said in that interview. But once again, when you turn off the networks and you turn on the internet, and you start digging, all of a sudden you start finding out shit that they don't necessarily want you to know.
Wait a second. There was no plane. There was no plane wreckage.
No, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because the plane vaporized.
Yeah.
That's right. The official. That's not my term. They actually said the plane vaporized. Yet it was hard enough to penetrate 3 of the most newly reinforced rings. So it's soft enough to vaporize into just water molecules or whatever, but hard enough to penetrate. Wow, that's some amazing technology, man.
Yeah, Einstein would have been impressed.
Yeah, but yeah. So I mean. The 6 companies. Let me see. The 6 corporate giants. Let me see if I can find that. Give me some time here. Oh, you have it. Oh,
no. Go ahead. I was just gonna say that
Oh, pardon me. I just have them. Here's the 6. Time Warner,
Shocker.
Walt Disney,
Shocker.
Viacom, Rupert Murdoch's News Corp, CBS Corporation, and NBC Universal. I didn't even realize this. For example, Clear Channel now owns over 1,000 radio stations across the United States.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Consolidation.
And look who Time Warner owns just by themselves. HBO, Home Box Office, Time Incorporated, Turner Broadcasting System, Warner Brothers Entertainment, CW Network, TMZ, New Line Cinema, Time Warner Cable, Cinemax, Cartoon Network, TBS, TNT, American Online, MapQuest, Moviefone, Castle Rock, Sports Illustrated, Fortune, Marie Claire, and People Magazine. That's just a few. I'm just, my mouth is getting dry, but yeah. And that's all just by that one Time Warner. So there are links on all of this stuff, so you can, check them out yourself and check out all of the different things. But this is just outrageously conspicuous. But you know what? I found this on the internet, right? Your brother could find this on the internet, right?
Sure.
But he won't. He won't, because most people would rather look at that shit that I was showing you on the side.
Yeah, Tom Hanks and his 2 daughters.
Yeah. Oh, that's very interesting, man.
Yeah.
That is very interesting. Or Frankie Ocean decided to come out of the closet. Who gives a shit?
Or what Teletubbies fucking gay, or whether John Travolta's fucking gay.
But shit like this, that everything that you see and hear in print or on news is actually controlled, denatured, neutered, fucking censored, and everything else. That's too boring. That's too boring. I don't want to know about this. Yeah. Gee, I almost fell asleep even saying it.
Listen, man.
Whatever, man.
This all goes back to, and we keep on saying we're going to do this show. We have to do this show, but yes. Conspiracies exist. Yes, people are in collusion with each other. Yes, the president, Bush had the oil companies. Those were his masters. He had to do what he had to do to make those boys happy. Not to mention one of their, skull societies and other
Skull
shit
and Bones or whatever.
Down with it. Obama, he's a banker. He's a banker and a corporate man. They have him buy his fucking short hairs, the curly ones,
unless
really,
he's
really
clean
tight
shaven.
ones.
Unless he's clean shaven.
That's possible. That's possible.
Whatever. They got him by his ears. I know he can't hide them motherfuckers. So they got him by his ears.
They got him by his Newports.
Yeah, it's illusion.
What fucking is he smokes?
That's right. They hit his packs of Colt 45. Yeah. But
these guys, I keep on saying, Obama has strenuously continued the work of George W. Bush. Okay.
Oh, especially when it comes to all of those bogus bailouts where these people just happen to lose $700 billion and do the what face, like, what?
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know.
Whatever.
No one's going to fucking jail. Okay. again, systematically, our rights are being taken away from us. You know, now again, what this week is going to be the
There's some gun ban, some shit like that that was on the books before.
Coincidentally,
right after that MK Ultra. I mean, that clown Joker hair dude shot up that place. All of a sudden, you know, now they're talking about, you know, we have to ban weapons and so on. And I had made a joke about this last week. Oh yeah. I said, you know, before I didn't even download the link to my phone because to my tablet, because I figured it would be everywhere last week. And I made a comment. I said it wouldn't surprise me if there's a bigger agenda to something like this, because there's certain things that just doesn't make sense. Like, you know, we're from New York, obviously from Brooklyn. In the old school days, when you go to the movie theater, you know, your little kids scratch together your money. You send one in there to get the ticket. You send him in the theater. He goes to the side. He opens the door, and we all come in. You know, okay. But they don't do that for big movies, especially the biggest movie of 2012. These new theaters, they can't do. You just can't just walk into the side. There's alarms and everything on that. So unless this guy was a worker, which they have not said, he had to have some sort of assistance in order to get back in. So there's a lot of conflicting stories. It's just not as cut and dry as it was originally reported.
And it never is.
It never is. If you bother to delve deeper, there's a lot of inconsistencies that doesn't make sense. What I do know is an absolute, though, is that 12 people are dead. You know, once again, loss of life took place, and now there's this possible, and I'll just say it that way because I don't know enough, possible agenda to use that to bolster the case to get firearms out of the American citizens' hands. And why would the Americans,
it's like some global shit they're trying to do?
They're trying. That's just here. No, they're trying to do that shit all over now. And why would they want firearms out of the people's hands? Now, obviously, there's one lone nut here, one lone nut there, one lone everywhere. But also, there might just be some people that when and if some bullshit happens, you know, and let's say they don't like what's going on and they want to defend themselves, they can.
Yeah. It's simply, I always like to look at the numbers. I like to play the odds. Okay. As I said last week, talking about this theater shooting, it is possible every single day of the year for a mass murder to take place in this country.
Every day.
Again,
twice on Sunday.
Right. You know, at lunchtime, anywhere in this country, walk into a store that's serving food and you can kill 10 to 12 people. Yeah. Any day, every day.
You'll get arrested like this dude did, but you can accomplish that goal.
So, ask yourself this. This doesn't happen. Why? Because we, for the most part, don't do that. So then why is it when it happens one time, everyone now has to pay a penalty for it?
Oh yeah, they're censoring films now. They're cutting out. There's a film called Gangster something. I forgot what it is. It's a film with Sean Penn and a couple of other guys. And there was a scene. You know, it was a shootout in a movie theater. So they're planning on cutting that scene out. You know, luckily Quentin Tarantino was able to get Inglourious Basterds out because the film finale is a shootout. The whole entire ending of the film was in a movie theater. It was a shootout in a movie theater, and a burning, everything that happened in a movie theater. A bomb, people got burned up and shot. Automatic weapon fire at the end of Inglourious Basterds. But now it's like you have to censor everything. So they're planning on literally taking the films that are not out yet and censoring it because one fool decided to do what he did. Once again, making us so afraid because we're so open to this sort of, I guess, subliminal mind
because
control.
We'll just fall the fuck apart.
If I see something like that, the power of suggestion of seeing somebody on screen do a crime is going to make me go out and do the crime.
And there's that word that's becoming extinct, crime. Okay, because crime is being replaced by terrorism.
Terrorism,
right? People don't commit crimes anymore. It's terrorist acts. So if you're so concerned about protecting the sensibilities of these people who were victimized by these terrorist acts, which happen again once every 4 or 5 years, give or take, what about the daily crimes that take place? The robberies, the muggings, the
shooting, the regular shootings where only 1 or 2 people get shot.
The fucking rapes, okay, the child molestation. I don't see all these movies and TV shows that deal with all of these subject matters getting eradicated.
No.
What, aren't these people sensitive too? If your fucking mother was shot in a robbery, wouldn't you be sensitive to that?
Exactly.
But that means you can never see an elderly person getting gunned down in
a movie. I mean, they could never watch Death Wish 3.
Right.
if you guys get out there, just look at the ending of Death Wish 3, one of the most ludicrous things I've ever seen captured on film. I mean, it's hysterical. It supposedly takes place in Brooklyn. Brooklyn has never been as bad as that movie. I mean, this shit was like a complete war zone, which, why didn't they have a lot of those things break out? Because, I mean, that film had rapings, shootings, hatchetings, chopping people up on street corners with hatchets, bike chains, Molotov cocktails, grenades. They were literally throwing Molotov cocktails into elderly people's homes. When the people would come out on fire, then they would machine gun them down the stairs and bat beat them on the way down. I'm not lying. If you think I'm lying, check Death Wish 3 on YouTube or whatever portal you have.
They're telling you people you should be super sensitive. They're telling you people you should be afraid. They're telling you people
that we need their protection,
and that you have to let us do this for your safety. I'm sorry, I have to end this off with you stupid idiots.
Stupid people. But whatever, you know what? I'm at the point right now, too. I'm a member of the human race, but fuck 99.9% of the human race, because you're too fucking stupid and you get what you deserve. Yeah. You know, but I want Tom to have that video shown. So
absolutely.
Hey.
We're gonna go to a break.
Fuck, man. This fucking guy, man. Yeah, you ready? We're going to break.